Hey guys, and welcome to the Working Money channel. CryptoCon here posting this. Now check this out, guys. A chart with the RSI Bollinger Bands and phases for Bitcoin, and it is looking as though these market trends are matching up quite nicely to former trends that we saw back in 2020, 2016, and 2012. Now take a look at this. It says here there are still 2 more phases left to go in the near perfect Bitcoin RSI Bollinger Band percentage phases. All cycle tops have come on the 5th move over the 0.99% value line, and only 3 have been completed. So you guys can see that in there. Phase 3 completed in 2016. Completed as well in 2020, right in there. I'm looking at the orange circle in there. That is the second early top. First cycle breakdown recovery has been completed. Of course, the bear market breakout. So what we are looking at now is number 4, the all-time high break. He goes on by saying, this does include November 2021, which almost no indicator was able to call this cycle top. I got to say, this was a very interesting cycle and a bit of a strange cycle. It did have that double top pattern before Bitcoin did top in November of 2021. Next is the phase 4, guys. So this is when the true all-time high does break, and that is the point at which we are looking for there. True price cycles to the top. So we, at this particular point in time, are looking for that huge burst of momentum, that impulse move that would take Bitcoin soaring past $70,000 per coin. The cycle top is not here yet in this long sideways period / correction. We've been seen as a product of the most powerful mid-cycle move ever. So obviously the cycle top is denoted here with the purple circle, which we still obviously aren't nearly there yet. But even with regards to the RSI and the 0.99 Bollinger Band move, guys, you can check it out. Every single time we hit one of those milestones, we did see this indicator go up to the 0.99 Bollinger Band level. And this is our current position here, okay, as of July of 2024, while those were critical lows. Now we're in August of 2024, but August is almost wrapping up. So this consolidation phase hopefully will come to an end soon. We are, still consolidating right in here. Yesterday, Bitcoin was trading at 61,300 per coin, and today we're down a little bit, 61,100, albeit not by much, guys. Market cap still in neutral territory, so we haven't really budged. This is pretty much, how the market sentiment is right now. Retail not really excited, nor institutions really. We've seen little change on the 24-hour. Bitcoin is down by 0.35% only. Ethereum's up by 1.08. We've got BNB coin that is down by 0.36. Solana's up by only 0.18. XRP down by 0.69. So XRP still trading in and around 60 cents. This is what we've been seeing, guys, pretty much for the past few days. Nothing has really changed on the charts. Everything has been fairly quiet. XRP price also has not moved past that 60-cent level, a good psychological level there. Technically, right now, as of the time of this recording, trading in and around 0.598, so just under 60 cents per coin, but still that consolidation phase. And so we are looking for something big to happen before we see that next move. And if you guys are new to cryptocurrency, you might be feeling this. This is another indicator here observed by Glassnode. New Bitcoin investors are going through what is the pain cycle amid these unrealized losses. So you got to think, the ETF, and I've encountered some of these people because one of my friends was interested in getting into the market, and I told her, look, we are looking at the hype cycle right now. You probably want to wait a little bit before the price cools down and then get into the market. She was insistent that she got into the market. So I don't know. I don't remember if she got in March or April, but she did get in, I think, when Bitcoin did retrace. I told her, don't get in when Bitcoin's at all-time high. Let it retrace a little bit. But I think at this point in time, we did not know how long this retracement was going to go on for. So I do think she got in somewhere in around 64, 65,000. It has gone down lower, of course, but this is that reaccumulation cycle. We don't really know how low it was going to go. We didn't know how long it was going to take, but alas, here we are. And so these new investors are feeling that short-term pain. Bitcoin short-term holders have absorbed most of the market's recent losses, according to the crypto analytics firm Glassnode. The analytics firm defines short-term holders as entities that have held their Bitcoin for less than 155 days. So Glassnode looks at a 30-day average of the STH market value to realized value ratio. The MVRV is a ratio of the crypto asset's market capitalization relative to its realized capitalization, or the value of all the coins at the price they were bought. The firm notes that the STH MVRV ratio has fallen below the equilibrium value of about 1.0, indicating new investors hold unrealized gains. So unrealized gains, unrealized losses, whatever it is, periods of brief unrealized loss pressure are common during bull markets. However, sustained periods where this metric here trades below the 1.0 can lead to a higher likelihood of investor panic and proceed to more severe bullish market trends. So, guys, this could also be part of what we're seeing here. This prolonged, because although investors are more savvy now, they don't know everything. So, they may have been savvy. They may have, thought to themselves, okay, Bitcoin, this is a good sign. Bitcoin is moving. I still might be early in the cycle. Then they get in at, I don't know, $70,000. They're like, oh, well, it's gone up to almost $74,000. I'm going to get in at 70. That's a good buy. And now, guys, they are underwater. They are underwater by 13% in this hypothetical scenario. So you never know what's going on, and especially if you do not have the experience, right? Glassnode also says new investors often overreact to high levels of unrealized profits or losses. The charts below, that's the other thing, right? The volatility of crypto is volatile, super volatile. So even if you are used to traditional markets, this is a very different beast. And especially if you are just a newbie straight up. I mean, these wild swings, 30% to the upside, 30% to the downside. A lot of people aren't used to that. So here's a quote. The chart below compares the spend cost basis of new investors who decided to transact against the average cost basis of all investors who still hold. The deviation between these two metrics provides insight into the magnitude of potential overreactions. So you can see that in that trend there. The bull market corrections seen throughout our current cycle have experienced only a slight deviation between the spend and holding cost basis. From this, it could be argued that modest overreaction may have occurred as the market sold off below $50,000 per coin. So, a lot of learning to do, I think, for a lot of these new retail investors who are coming into the market. I also wanted to bring this to your attention from Rect Capital. Here's why the Bitcoin halving is not priced into the market. Take a look at this.
The Bitcoin halving is not priced in. Historically, whenever we've seen a halving, we've seen phenomenal upside. At this point in the cycle, we've seen new all-time highs, but we've been consolidating for a long time. And so breaking to new all-time highs once again is only a matter of time. And of course, this is not on the logarithmic scale, so I don't expect price to be rallying to 400,000 or whatever the case may be. And historically, we tend to see consolidation for over 150 days before finally seeing a breakout to a parabolic rally which lasts multiple months. And we're currently in a reaccumulation period again. So the fact that we're reaccumulating here, the longer the better. The more we pause and capture a breather here will be better for the uptrend that inevitably ensues.
So that uptrend will eventually ensue. And as Rect Capital is mentioning here, this trend, this cool down period, I guess we could call it, very good for the eventual momentum that we will see in this next leg of the bull market. Guys, for more information on what I'm trading, you can follow me at patreon.com/workingmoneychannel. I've opened up my portfolio to all you guys, and I've noticed a bunch of new subscribers recently. I know you guys are probably very anxious to see what's going to happen during this euphoria phase. This, I think, is going to be the most active period for the not just for the actual crypto market, but also for my patrons. I foresee myself producing more updates once we do see the market rocking and rolling. So if you do want to get in at $5 a month, I think it is pretty good value for what you guys are getting. That is patreon.com/workingmoneychannel. Check this out, guys. Interesting Ripple partner news. An African company, Flutterwave, partnering up with American Express, another Ripple partner. So another instance of this synergy here. This partnership allows merchants to accept payments from American Express card members, including those holding consumer, business, and corporate cards. This enhancement is not just limited to Nigeria, but is also set to expand to other African countries such as Tanzania, Rwanda, Ghana, and Uganda soon. The core objective of this partnership is to streamline online transactions and enrich the shopping experience of both merchants and consumers. It opens up a new significant customer base for Flutterwave merchants, tapping into American Express's extensive network of cardholders across Africa and globally. Another instance here, like I said, where we are seeing two Ripple partners now, and really kind of looking at these, these areas of the world where there is still a lot of friction for cross-border payments. There are many countries in Africa. Many of them do have their own fiat currencies. So, and many of them are very illiquid. Even if they do tend to do some trade amongst each other. I mean, obviously some are more liquid than others, but for the smaller countries, they can really benefit from RippleNet technology, and this is why companies like Flutterwave have been doing so well over there in Africa. Well, now with this American Express partnership, that is going to look even more favorable for the African people. Flutterwave has established itself as a dominant force in fintech, as I just mentioned. Their platform supports a wide array of transaction types. In addition to broadening payment options, this collaboration also holds particular benefits for e-commerce businesses in Nigeria and beyond. Flutterwave aims to make the payment process quicker and more straightforward for American Express cardholders. So it also does give an incentive to hold an American Express card. Here's a quote, guys. "We understand the value of providing shoppers with payment methods that work for them, as well as helping businesses to expand their customer base. This collaboration also provides more options of where to shop and what to buy to American Express card holders across the globe." So another big partnership here. American Express, not one of the major credit card companies, but still a fairly big company, now working with Ripple partner Flutterwave in Africa. So great news there. Wanted to bring this up too from the Wrath of Kahneman, a report born from this Japanese fintech festival, guys. This just happened in May. Re-architecting the global financial system. Okay, again, a Japanese report here uncovering real insights from leaders driving this transformation, and I will link this report in the description of the video for you guys if you guys are interested. It goes into a lot of detail here. One of the things, though, that Wrath of Kahneman wanted to point out was this, guys: success stories and recommendations to foster digital transformation in finance. The transformation in finance is underpinned by initiatives from both the public and private sectors, including regulatory bodies and fintech companies like Ripple. Success such as India's UPI system, so they mention in India, UPI, leveraging RippleNet, illustrates the potential of digital payments, underlining the importance of leadership, strategic funding, and regulatory support. Accelerating digital infrastructure adoption demands public-private collaboration, regulatory reform, and a focus on consumer engagement through education and talent redistribution towards digital frontiers. So, I mean, not going into it in detail, but they do mention fintech companies like Ripple and the example of India's UPI system for improving payments in Southeast Asia. Wrath of Kahneman also does mention here that they do talk about regulatory compliance, and Ripple's Rahul Advani is a contributor to this document too. So I guess it does make sense that they would mention that. Again, I will link this in the description of the video if you guys are interested. Wanted to thank the Wrath of Kahneman for posting that. I also happen to see this, guys. TerraPay forms Wallet Interoperability Pact for cross-border payments. So TerraPay, another big Ripple partner. A lot of these smaller ones have just been getting bigger over the years. Global money movement company TerraPay and 5 digital wallet operators teamed up to facilitate cross-border payments. Now check this out. The 5 operators are part of a new council, the Wallet Interoperability Council. They include Airtel, Bcash. Guys, Bcash is another Ripple partner. M-Pesa, which I do believe is another Ripple partner. Neki and Sama Money. I haven't heard of those guys, according to a Tuesday report. Together, these operators serve millions of wallet users in Bangladesh, Colombia, Kenya, Senegal, Tanzania, and Uganda. As members of this new council, they will use TerraPay's technology, guys, which does tap into the XRP ledger, leveraging XRP through RippleNet. TerraPay's technology to facilitate the expansion of these wallets from local payment solutions to global ones per the release. And guys, here's a quote: "The formation of this council marks a significant milestone in our mission to provide innovative and inclusive financial solutions. Collectively, we will empower millions of individuals to participate in the global economy." So really kind of expanding here. TerraPay looking to accelerate the adoption of these digital wallets particularly, and financial platforms, as well as enhance the cross-border payment experiences they deliver, while also retaining their independence according to this particular release here. So big news coming from the TerraPay camp. Again, guys, I'm noticing this. This is a trend, an ongoing trend that I've noticed in 2024. A lot of these smaller Ripple partners partnering up now with other Ripple partners as they now have established their businesses over the last, let's say, 5 years or so. They have now become powerful enough to decide, okay, now we are going to be the ones that are going to leverage this technology. We're going to take on partners and make symbiotic partnerships. It used to be about these companies buying up maybe smaller companies that just didn't have the market share. But now these companies are really working together, I find, both leveraging RippleNet to increase their stability and to increase market share around the world. So not even just in their localized economies, but globally. So great news there. Airwallx, guys, aiming for Middle Eastern expansion. Another one here, big Ripple partner. Airwallx, a Melbourne-founded global payments and financial platform for business, is rapidly growing its Israel office as it expands its financial services to businesses in Israel and the Middle East. And check this out, guys. They have just recently exceeded $100 billion in annual processing volume, which includes, payments, FX, payouts, and issuing. So it combines all those processes there. It supports over 100,000 businesses globally and has raised over 900 million in US dollars. 900 million US dollars from some of the world's top investors, including Salesforce, Sequoia, Tencent, Square Peg, Lone Pine Capital, and 1835i. So Airwallx, guys, their Israel office now is in Tel Aviv. It did open up last May, and they're tapping into Israel's skilled technology talent pool and join Israel's advanced high-tech ecosystem as well as servicing customers. Its Israeli customers include Papaya Global. I do believe they're also a Ripple partner, which helps businesses manage payroll and payments, and some others down here. The company is now building its Israel team even more due to strong demand in Israel, while it expands its regional business in key Middle Eastern markets such as Saudi Arabia and the United Arab Emirates, which are also both encouraging innovation and ambitious technology plans. So that is big too, guys. Airwallx co-founder Jack Zhang, he recently did speak in Dubai at the FinTech Summit. He said, "I believe the Middle East is primed to play a significant role amid reglobalization shifts in e-commerce, supply chain, and employment trends, and Airwallx wants to be part of this moment for the region and its growing businesses." So now Airwallx from Melbourne, so kind of in the same general vicinity, but not really, looking to expand in Southeast Asia, in the Middle East specifically, and starting with Israel, but also moving to other countries too, like Saudi Arabia and the UAE. So some great news there. Another big one here from the Wrath Economy too, guys. A study has shown, and this is with regards to Chinese strategies for blockchain cross-border payment system development. They are favorably comparing Swift and Ripple in this new document here. I do have the document up here, which I will link in the description. But check this out, guys. Under the Ripple model, the settlement process is optimized without the participation of third-party financial institutions, and the information flow is realized through peer-to-peer, and the actual remittance cost can be clarified when the money is sent. All transactions are checked online. The payment is either successful or it has failed, and the information flow is confirmed in parallel. There's no layer of serial confirmation. The payment and settlement process is simple. The cost is clear. The reduction of intermediary agent banks reduces the process, reduces the cost, and greatly improves the efficiency of payment and settlement. So that is with regards to the Ripple model, as they do highlight here under the Ripple model. This is what can happen, and again, this is from the Chinese strategies for blockchain cross-border payment development, comparing Swift and Ripple. So it's looking as though Ripple is now getting on China's radar. That is a good thing, guys. And for stablecoins, considering this is all playing into the global narrative, I think that this is also positive news coming from Sento Sumo Saba here. How many major credible stablecoins are we going to see by the end of the year? And so she's assuming that we're going to see at least 25. How about by the end of 2025? Now, her estimation is looking even higher than that. Looks like 150 would not be unrealistic. Listen to this. Marcato Libra, the LATAM's largest company, has launched their own dollar stablecoin. So now we're starting to see more stablecoin projects get up off the ground. Of course, Ripple is doing theirs. But Marcato Libre, they've just announced the Meli Dollar, an in-house development dollar stablecoin. They're the largest company in Latin America by market cap, and they've launched their second cryptocurrency project. The e-commerce giant recently released Meli Dollar, an in-house developed dollar peg stablecoin designed for the Brazilian market. So that is interesting. The token is already available as part of the Marcato Pago portal, the company's payment processing subsidiary. Their users can purchase and sell this stablecoin and maintain a stable balance in their wallets during the first rollout phase. Marcato Libre will not charge any fees for purchasing, selling, or using Meli Dollar for making transactions, a differentiating factor focused on increasing the adoption for the new token. And I think, in a lot of these cases, they just want to get people used to the fact that, you can use a stablecoin. You do not have to, go through the headache of trying to convert, this and that into, fiat currencies, which are still very clunky at this moment if you're not leveraging, some kind of streamlined technology like the XRP ledger. And in 2022, they did also launch their first cryptocurrency project in Brazil, a loyalty and rewards program. But guys, this is a step into the future. This is, when we talk about these stablecoin projects, they, sure, there's so many dollar stablecoins that do exist one-to-one. Especially if you're looking at the US dollar, because the US dollar is so dominant. But as time goes on, we're going to see more and more of them exist. More and more of them, too, will be, transacted among other countries who want to maybe leverage their own currency. Like the other day, we were talking about Dubai, perhaps leveraging a stablecoin in the dirham, which is the Dubai fiat, AED. And so if we start to see this a lot more, then, these countries like Brazil, let's say if Brazil wants to trade with the UAE, then they can use their stablecoin, transfer it to AED, and there you go. You kind of remove the dollar altogether. So getting people used to these stablecoins, I think, is the next step. And this is why Crypto Eddie here is suggesting we could see 150 new ones by the year 2025, which is just around the corner, guys. Anyway, wanted to thank her for pointing that out. Another interesting observation here from Anders on Twitter, maybe just a coincidence that he's an ETF analyst, but remember what I was saying yesterday? Normally, Ripple does have intentions when they have, specific people on the panel at their Swell event. Like we've got regulators here, Adrian Harris, Sheila Bair. We've got, and the other thing we noticed too was Coinbase. Maybe there's something brewing there, but a lot of these speakers seem fairly obvious. Revolut. We've got Lead Bank here, so bankers. We've got payment providers. We've got the Blockchain Association. And then we have Eric Balchunas, guys, senior ETF analyst at Bloomberg Intelligence. Why would they have an ETF analyst there unless maybe an ETF, an XRP ETF, is in the works and possibly going to be announced very, very soon, maybe in early 2025. It could even be announced in the last quarter of 2024. Who knows? So an interesting observation there. Also just going back to this whole idea of stablecoins, I wonder who's releasing a stablecoin soon. This coming from Mr. Zoom here on Twitter, retweeting out Marty Party's tweet or just posting a screen grab here. With regards to the legislation, guys, the limitation on who may issue a payment stablecoin. So this is now legislated. You have to be permitted to do this now, and not anybody can do this in the United States. It shall be unlawful for any person other than a permitted payment stablecoin issuer to issue a payment stablecoin for use by any person in the United States. So what does that mean? I'm guessing because Ripple is regulatory compliant, because they've now jumped through the hoops, that Ripple is now considered a permitted payment stablecoin issuer. We know the RLUSD is coming out very soon. And could it even be that we could see an ETF just based on who Ripple has decided to have at their Swell conference this year? I don't know. That's just my opinion, but I want to hear what you guys think. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Like the video if you like the content I'm providing. I always love hearing your comments. See you in the next one, guys.